We have seen 8 seasons come and go here in the world of Fortnite Battle Royale, and with only a few weeks left in Season 9, the Fortnite Island is growing older and older by the day. And with Season 10 already being hyped up as the biggest season that we have ever seen in Fortnite Battle Royale history, we can expect some very big surprises to be introduced into the game with the Season 10 launch updates, and of course all season long as well. But at what point will the Fortnite Island as we know it fall victim to, well, time? Time affects absolutely everything, and the Fortnite Island is not immune to that fact, and eventually it is going to meet its maker or evolve so much to the point where there is no going back, and the island itself really isn't even the same island anymore. At some point, Fortnite Battle Royale, or at least the island itself, is going to be no more, and it will simply cease to be the popular thing. And there's already a ton of information that alludes to Season 10 being the final season we have for Battle Royale. That means no more tilted, no more soccer skins building Eiffel Towers in 4 seconds, and no more default dancing. Today, we're breaking down the huge reasons why Season 10 could be the end of Fortnite as we know it. What's up guys, and welcome back to the Simply Fortnite channel, and as always, thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like rating on it. And now without further ado, let's jump back into the world of Fortnite Battle Royale and dive right into Season 10 and what it means for the future of Battle Royale. Now, in order to get where we are now, we first have to look back into the past for a brief moment and see what all has led up to the potential finale of Fortnite Battle Royale as we know it. Back in Season 4, we did see the rocket launch event happen, and as that rocket came plummeting down towards Tilted Towers, we all thought that right then and there, that was going to be the end of the Fortnite Island in and of itself. But, lo and behold, the rocket was rifted into oblivion and the island was safe, or at least so we thought. Then of course we saw Kevin the Cube spawn in and destroy bits and pieces of the island as he made his way from the desert area all the way over to Loot Lake. And when he dipped into Loot Lake and turned it into a giant purple bounce pad, we were all absolutely astonished. Then when he rose from the lake and took over the floating cube island, we were even more mind blown. And then it was there when we all thought, well, this has got to be the end of the Fortnite Island for sure this time. But yet again, the island made it out okay. An iceberg came and smashed into the island, yet, once again, the island made it out okay. A volcano, ladies and gentlemen, a volcano erupted on the island. Well, I guess first off I should say an earthquake brought a volcano to the island, and then said volcano erupted, destroying 2 major locations and severely damaging another in Polar Peak. Yet the island still remains intact. A monster, a giant towering monster, has actually been on the island and has since dipped into the ocean, leaving the island safe, at least for now. But out of all of these massive events that I have just described, nothing seems to be as unstoppable as a giant monster that is still out there roaming. Of course, everything else that unfolded in the past has since disappeared. The rocket is now gone, the cube is gone, the Ice King is gone, the volcano blew itself up basically, yet the monster is still out there lurking, stalking us, waiting for the right moment to return to the island and unleash chaos in every sense of the word. On top of that, the island itself has changed and evolved a ton since day one. We've seen new locations added in, we've seen old locations removed, we've seen brand new biomes spring up out of the blue. The island in its current state is very, very different than it was during Season 1, but how long can this keep going? How many changes can the island undergo before we either have to hit the reset switch and start back from square one, or the island won't even be the same island anymore because it has changed so much? Which of those outcomes will hit first? As of right now, we simply do not know, but with a monster looming in the background and with time catching up with the island itself, Season 10 could very well be the final season for our current Battle Royale world. But as I've been sure to include all video longs so far, Season 10 might be the end, but only for this version of Battle Royale as we know it. Perhaps somewhere out there is another version of Fortnite Battle Royale just waiting to be released because, ladies and gentlemen, especially in the world of Fortnite, there is always some loopholes. As you guys probably know, Fortnite technically has still not released as an official game. It's actually still in early access. But eventually it is going to have to release in an official form, and when that happens, that could be the time in which we see a brand new version of Battle Royale released to us. Something that pretty much everyone has speculated about at some point or another now is the possibility of a second map or an alternative map being added into the Battle Royale mode to either replace or at least extend upon the current Fortnite islands that we have now. And one can really only assume that with an official launch and the game leaving the beta stage sometime in the near future, that official launch update is going to be absolutely massive and far bigger than any of the seasonal launch updates that we've seen up until this point. And I mean, what could possibly be bigger than adding in a whole new world to explore, a brand new map to play on, and a brand new universe with secrets to discover? There is no denying that the storyline here in Fortnite is wild and most certainly one of a kind. Very few games out there are able to tell a story inside of a world like Fortnite Battle Royale where the gameplay is not story-driven whatsoever. Yet, here we are, living in a world where the Fortnite story is constantly evolving before our very eyes. But much like the stages of evolution pertaining to the island, at what point is it going to run out? At what point will the story meet its end? Well, the Polar Peak monster could essentially knock out two birds with one stone here and be the finale to the Fortnite Islands and also to the Fortnite storyline. And then once Season 10 launches and we see the updated aftermath of the monster's attack on the island, the world could slowly be undone and we approach what I guess you could call Fortnite 2. And say in this supposed Fortnite 2, or the official version of Fortnite that is no longer in early access, we get a brand new island to play on, or a brand new map. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be an island here, and we also get a brand new storyline as well. As of right now, we know the monster is going to cause some catastrophic damage to the island when it returns. That is pretty much inevitable at this point, and Season 10 will likely follow the aftermath of that monster attack, but what exactly is going to come after that? What would Season 11 bring to the table? What would Season 12 bring to the table? So on and so forth there. Would we see some kind of hurricane disaster event, a tornado event, some kind of alien attack? Who knows? But at what point is the storyline not really going to connect anymore like it does now? Because, believe it or not, pretty much everything up until this point is related and connected in some way, shape, or form, as wild as that might sound. Originally, the meteor crash led to the Blockbuster skin making his way to the island, and then of course he launched the rocket, which caused the Enforcer to then bring the rifts to the island and rift the rocket into oblivion in order to save the day. Then it was those same rifts that caused the cube to spawn in via the purple lightning, and of course the cube then caused the whole butterfly event when it combusted before our very eyes back in Season 6. And with the darkness rising at the time, the iceberg then crashed into the map, bringing forth the Ice King, who saw an island in shambles prime for taking over. But of course, the Fire King did not take too kindly to that idea, so he put a stop to it with the volcano. And then that volcano erupted, damaging Polar Peak, which then woke up the monster within. And now, here we are, where literally any day now, the monster could return to the island with only one thing in mind: vengeance. And, well, when that day comes and the monster does return to the island, things are going to get very interesting to say the least. All around, though, the clock is ticking for the Fortnite island as we know it. At some point, it is going to cease to exist, or at the very least, cease to be the only Battle Royale map that we have available to play on here in Fortnite. At some point, the storyline is going to have to begin anew, and we're going to have to see a conclusion to this one. At some point, there very well may be a Fortnite 2. And quite frankly, that day is drawing closer and closer as each and every day goes by. But with that being said, that is effectively going to wrap things up for today's video. Definitely drop us a comment down below letting us know what season you think Fortnite Battle Royale is officially going to end in. Will it be Season 10 like we theorize in this video, or will it be way further on down the road in Season 15 or even Season 20? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up as it would be much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the Simply Fortnite channel, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll never miss another upload. As always, by joining the notification squad, every single time we post a new video here on the channel, YouTube will actually send you a message letting you know we've gone live. That way you can be the first person to watch, like, and comment on each and every new video. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.